I'm so glad that you've taken the time to learn about falls prevention. Welcome to Fight the Fall. I'm Dr. Sean Peterson, owner and general manager of Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Oklahoma City. We take falls seriously, and we want to make sure that you can continue to stay on your feet and love your life. Falls are serious business. Each year, between 33 and 35% of older adults in the community will fall, and 40% of those over 75 will fall. Falls affect your mobility and your quality of life, so much so that they are the main cause of injury in older adults, with up to 95% of hip fractures being due to falls. It's also the case that 40% of nursing home admissions are related to falls. Talk about a serious hit to your independence. Unfortunately, seniors have 9 times more fall-related injuries than younger adults, and most fractures are a direct result of a fall. Older adults are treated in the emergency department for a fall-related injury every 15 seconds. And every 29 minutes, an older adult will die from a fall. Falls are a national healthcare crisis. When it comes to your balance system, you want to know, what is it? How do I attain it? And how do I maintain it? First, what is your balance system? Balance is a state of equilibrium for your body. It is comprised of sensory systems feeding the brain information about where you are in space, and the brain sends signals to the rest of your body on how to react in order to maintain your equilibrium. So what are these 3 sensory systems that make up your balance system? They are your visual system, your somatosensory system, and your vestibular system. Let's take a look at each of these. Your somatosensory system is responsible for touch and proprioception. That means knowing where you are in space based on what your body and feet feel. If you haven't been thinking about them, and I tell you to think about your pants, all of a sudden you can feel them on your legs. This is your somatosensory system at work. Disorders affecting the sensation of touch and proprioception include peripheral neuropathy, joint replacements, stroke, and vascular problems. Your visual system is made up of your vision, of course, but it's more than just visual acuity. It's also how your vision impacts your brain. That is, knowing where you are based on what your eyes see. Are you level with the horizon? Are you bent over looking at the ground? Disorders affecting your vision include macular degeneration, glaucoma, and cataracts. Your vestibular system is located in your inner ear, and it helps with knowing where your head is in space, based on the gravitational pull on your inner ear. There are a variety of disorders that affect the vestibular system, including benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, also known as BPPV, vestibular migraines, vestibular neuritis, and Meniere's disease, among many others. So how do these 3 sensory systems work together? Well, they take information from your environment, send it to your brain where it is processed, and the brain sends a signal back to your legs and feet to help you react in order to maintain your balance equilibrium and stay upright. The processing of these 3 sensory systems must be working properly to get good quality output back to your legs and feet. Unfortunately, disorders like dementia, strokes, even concussions can impact how your brain is able to process the information it receives. This can leave you dizzy, imbalanced, or just at a greater risk for falling. Your 3 sensory systems aren't the only things involved in your balance system. You also have your musculoskeletal system, which is responsible for motor output, or how your body moves. Your motor output impacts your balance strategies. Your ankle mobility is the first line of defense in a fall. Your hip mobility is the second line of defense in a fall. And finally, your stepping strategy is the final line of defense against a fall. If you don't have the strength to stay upright, your sensory systems won't be able to save you. So how can physical therapy help you with falls prevention? First off, we can test your 3 sensory systems with state-of-the-art computerized dynamic posturography. Second, the testing of your vestibular system can be done with infrared video oculography goggles in order to pinpoint where any vestibular deficits may be developing from. Third, we can gait test to identify dynamic balance concerns or the potential need for orthotics to correct your step. Fourth, we can test motor latency with state-of-the-art equipment to see how quickly you're moving. Fifth, we can test the strength of your core and lower extremities. Again, motor output is a huge part of your balance. And finally, we can design a physical therapy plan of care to address the deficits found in your specific case to return you to the safe, active lifestyle you desire. You may be asking yourself, what can I do to help myself at home? And that's a great question. Number one would be to seek physical therapy if you've had a fall or feel like you might be at risk for a fall. Your physical therapist can screen you to see if you would be a good candidate for balance rehabilitation. Second, speak to your physician. There may be a medication that you're taking that's impacting your risk of falls. But your physician may also think that physical therapy would be a good choice for you, and you can talk to them about that. Third, take away throw rugs in your home that are a fall hazard. Anything that you can trip on is going to increase the likelihood of a fall. Fourth, use night lights. Whenever we are in a low light situation, we're forced to use our vestibular and our somatosensory systems. If either of these is not functioning properly, we just increased our risk for a fall. Fifth, sit on the side of the bed for a few minutes before standing and walking to allow your blood pressure to normalize. This will also give you a moment to identify where you are and to do some motor planning to make sure that you can get safely wherever you need to. And finally, don't be afraid to use handrails throughout the house, but especially in the bathroom and shower. Areas where a slick surface can increase the risk for falls will absolutely decrease your safety. Is there anything else you can do to help yourself? Absolutely. If you're not already doing it, you should be exercising regularly in order to keep your muscles and bones strong and healthy. This will also offer you opportunities to challenge your visual, your somatosensory, and your vestibular systems. Another option might be a medically based fitness program, especially if you have a condition like Parkinson's, musculoskeletal balance disorder, cardiac deficits, or any chronic diseases. You can talk to your physical therapist or your physician about getting started with a medically based fitness program. If you're considering physical therapy for balance or falls prevention, you might be wondering whether physical therapy is covered by insurance. The good news is it is absolutely covered by insurance. In some cases, you may need a referral from your physician before completing your plan of care, but one of our dedicated client care specialists here at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers can absolutely help you navigate that. Please let us know how we can help you love your life. If you're ready to set up a free fall risk screen, please give us a call or click the link below to schedule.